Hey everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. So, this is going to be the weekly horoscope for December 8th through December 14th. So, let's get started. Aries. So, the big activity is really going to be when Mars enters your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places on December 13th. So, the next 7 weeks will bring a time for possibly to travel long distance, mentally or physically. Now, this is actually going to be a time when you may also enter college or university, take on classes and courses to further your career. There could be issues dealing with the law or legal issues or court issues. I can't say what the end result is going to be, but this could actually bring about a time to take care of these issues. Now, the other thing that I did want to point out is that starting December 19th, Venus does start to retrograde in Capricorn. And incidentally, Mercury will be entering this same house, which is your career house, starting December 13th. So there could be in relation to issues with career, finances, financial obligations, maybe financial obligations connected through some of these court issues. Again, I can't say exactly how things will turn about, but when we're dealing with a Venus retrograde, and especially in your career house, maybe it might be related with career related issues, employment issues, maybe changing jobs, quitting a job, starting a new job. This can actually bring about some changes here coming up for you that could be actually quite quick and sudden. At the end result, I mean, this could actually bring about a situation where you just decide to either move on or just start something for yourself. Maybe you decide to start something more at home and you decide to take on some kind of certification, classes, courses to start this new opportunity and this new business or a new career path. So it definitely opens up a lot of opportunities for you. Sometimes we need to make these changes just to get things moving forward. One of those days to keep an eye will be around December 11th. Definitely your career will be affected there. Keep an eye on that time frame, but definitely a lot going on here with, like I said, from travels, education. Yeah, like I said, if there are any legal issues that you're dealing with, this could be the beginning of starting to face all that, take care of that. And I would say by the time we get to about the end of January, all that should be dealt with or have a good idea what direction you're going. Taurus. So the big news for the week for Taurus is going to be with Mars entering your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. Now, from December 13th and for the next 7 weeks, you may have issues dealing with credit card loans, taxes. So Venus is going to be retrograding starting December 19th, all the way through the end of January. Now, being that you're dealing with Mars in the eighth house, many times I've noticed where there are issues relating with financial obligations. Venus retrograding also relates to financial obligations. This could be paying off some debts or bills, maybe taking on some new debts or bills. It could be related to child support, alimony, or other financial obligations connected to others. Now, this could also be a time where maybe you have to deal with some financial obligations, maybe connected to settlements, inheritance, paying off, like I said, some kind of financial obligation, a debt, a bill. Maybe it's even relating to taxes, especially as we're going to be entering the tax season. So I would say, if anything, just kind of be prepared. There might be some of these obligations coming up for you. Maybe you already know what you're going to have to be dealing with. If you're well prepared for it, great, you'll know how to handle it. But if you're not, and this could come at you just out of the blue, then you might find yourself being a little bit surprised at how to handle these situations. I mean, overall, the way I would look at it as this could be an opportunity to pay off some finances and just, you know, wipe out some debt, take care of some debt. There might be some chances you may take on some new debt here that you may not want to deal with, but it might be something that you start on and you take on from there. Now, I did want to point out very quickly that December 11th actually looks pretty good. December 11th. This could be the start of some of these financial opportunities or obligations. But the good thing about what I like about that day is that at least you're going to be more well aware what you need to take care of. There's going to be kind of like an upper hand you'll have of any kind of negotiating or how to deal with some of these issues, that at least you will feel like you have some kind of grounding and what needs to be dealt with and how to take on some of these things. So at the same time, you're not being taken by surprise at the end, or someone tries to pull a fast one on you or anything like that. So the good thing with that is that you're on top of things and know how to handle things pretty good. Gemini. Now, the big news for the week is actually going to be that Mars enters your partnership house on December 13th. The next 7 weeks can possibly create disagreements and arguments with a partner. The partner could be someone personal or professional. Now, this could actually bring about a partnership to you. The negatives, like I said, can create arguments and disagreements. Hopefully, that is not what ends up happening, and any disagreements are resolved. Now, this could actually bring about the collaboration or working with someone to further your career. This could also bring about someone that could be a long-term partner, maybe a soulmate, someone that you feel a great connection to. So I feel that there is a great connection and an opportunity to build a partnership and relationship. But just be well aware, this could also be a time of disagreements and arguments. It doesn't help that Venus will begin its retrograde cycle December 19th through the end of January. And this could create issues and problems with someone close. If there is a breakup or separation or maybe even a divorce during this time, the likelihood of a reconciliation is very small. Now, at the same time, Mercury will enter your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. And this could be a time to take care of or deal with any issues creating relating with credit and other financial obligations. Now, a positive day for financial obligations will be December 11th. This can actually be a really great time to budget and save for the future, take care of any issues relating with taxes, credit cards, and loans. If you have any further financial obligations, maybe it's a time to just budget and save for the future and just, focus on what you need to take care of at that time. Overall, just be well aware there could be some issues relating, like I said, with someone else that can create problems with a partnership or relationship. Hopefully, these issues can be resolved and dealt with. It can create some problems, but like I said, I'm just putting it out there that these issues can happen. Just be well aware, whatever you can do, maybe to have some conversations, work them out. But if there's any kind of arguments, separations, start of a divorce, it might be that everybody is already well aware that it was about to get to that point, and it's just the time of moving on. Cancer. Mars enters your sixth house of work, service, and health on December 13th. The next 7 weeks will bring a time for you to work hard for the money. This could also be a time for you to take care of tedious tasks and projects. You may see an increase of sales, bonuses, and commissions, but you will also be working hard for the money and for those bonuses and commissions. This could bring about more work opportunities for you. Now, this is also a time to focus on your health and well-being by exercising and losing weight. Now, on the same day of December 13th, Mercury will be entering your partnership house. So this could actually be a time where you collaborate and work with others to further your career. This is also a great time to build more income and more stability for the long term. One of the very positive days for your career will be December 11th. So you want to keep an eye around that time as opportunities may easily come for you. Again, it's a great time to work hard, but also a great time to focus on your health. You may go to the doctor, maybe do some exams, some checkups, maybe even go to the dentist. Because this is the sixth house rules dentistry, or any dental, procedures, taking care of your teeth, your bones, also at the same time. So it's a good time maybe just to get a regular checkup. This is actually going to be a great time to work hard, keep busy, and also run into great opportunities for more money. Leo. So the big news is actually going to be that Mars will enter your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects on December 13th. The next 7 weeks is going to bring a time for you to find love or fall in love, but it's actually going to be a more active, energetic time for you. So you're going to notice the pace picking up in these next few weeks. Maybe being active, going out, taking walks, maybe going to the malls or to the stores, going out and about and just being more active and social. Now, this is actually great news too, because it actually helps you to be more active, as in taking walks, maybe exercising a little bit. So it could actually work out for you in that way. Now, this is actually also going to be a time maybe to find love or fall in love. If you're single and ready to mingle and be dating, you may find yourself actually dating, meeting new people, just maybe being social, going to movies, listening to music, or maybe possibly going to a gathering or a concert. It just depends if you're in an area where you feel comfortable in doing that. It just brings about more social activities and more events. Now, at the same time, Mercury is going to be entering your sixth house of work, service, and health. So the next few weeks is going to be a time where you will see an increase of tasks and projects, and also including even an increase of emails, text messages, and phone calls. Now, the only little downside is going to be that on December 19th, Venus will start its retrograde cycle from your sixth house of work and obligations. So, this could actually be a time where you have to balance your work and your social life. You may also find yourself that you may want to be social, but then you have to make time for work. So, this could bring about a time where it might create some challenges for you. Like, let's say, for instance, you know, you want to be spending time with family because of the holidays, but then you have these work projects that you got to take care of, and so you're going to be finding yourself maybe dealing with more emails and text messages and phone calls. And maybe because of that, you're kind of trying to balance out making time for family, but at the same time, making time for work. And this could create a situation where maybe it makes it kind of a challenge or makes things kind of a little tough to try to balance all that. Now, overall, I mean, the energy is looking very positive when it comes down to work projects and opportunities there. So that could increase financially, but then at what expense? That means that you might have to neglect family. If there is an understanding that, hey, I need to take care of this because it brings in more money, maybe we need to get ahead or something, they could easily be understanding that you got to put work ahead of you sometimes. But there's also going to be a time where there could be issues with children, and this could create arguments, disagreements, maybe even financial obligations with children. um, One positive financial day that I did want to point out is December 11th. Keep an eye around that time. It is a very positive day for you to keep an eye out for, but it is going to be a very productive and active rest of the month and even into January. So it's just going to be trying to be able to find a way to balance things out so that you don't feel like you're neglecting one, even though it may create some problems down the road. Virgo. Mars enters your fourth house of home on December 13th. The next 7 weeks will bring a time for you to relocate, renovate, or make changes around the home. This could also be a time where you may have arguments with the people you live with, neighbors, people close to you. Sometimes I notice where there's a lot of activity around the home, like let's say you live in a place where they're doing some construction work. So all that activity can maybe get to your last nerve, and you may get a little frustrated and aggravated that you're trying to take care of some things and maybe just have peaceful sleep. But then there's all this like activity around you, or maybe a neighbor is doing a new construction or something, or renovations or something, and it just creates all that activity and could also annoy you because maybe you're trying to sleep, maybe you're trying to just enjoy peace and quiet, and then there's all this noise in the background. Now, this could also be a time where maybe you decide to throw out old items from your closets and your garage, and getting ready to make new purchases, like getting rid of old furniture to bring in new furniture. Now, Mercury will be entering your fifth house. This could actually be a time to, be dealing with issues in connection to someone close to you. This could actually be a great time to work out any issues or problems, have some open discussions with someone close to you. Venus will begin its retrograde cycle from the same house on December 19th through the end of January. So, this could be a time of breakups and separations. Now, the only thing that I would say is that if there is a breakup or separation during this time of the Venus retrograde, starting December 19th through the end of January, there's a very small chance that there will be a reconciliation anytime in the near future. Um, Maybe this is a great warning that if you need to work out any issues or problems, try to do your best to do it now, because if things aren't getting resolved, there's a greater chance it will not work itself out. So, a very positive day for the home and also with relationships will be around December 11th. Between December 10th, 11th, and 12th, I would give you those days. A great time to resolve any issues or problems where there could be a greater understanding with everyone to try to resolve these issues, and maybe even a great time to come to a compromise. But from everything that I keep getting, the home will be highlighted. Maybe this is something that you're well aware. Maybe you move. Maybe you move out of state or out of the city or out of the area. Maybe you just are looking for a place to live. So this is a time where it brings about activity for you to find other places to live. And this could actually be a great time for you to be open to broadening your horizons and just seeing what other opportunities are out there for you. Libra. So the big news is going to be with Mars entering your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors on December 13th. So the next 7 weeks will bring a time where you'll see an increase of small trips, short trips, maybe even an increase of communication through emails, text messages, and phone calls. The only thing that I would say you want to be careful of is driving or getting yourself around, as you may be a little bit more rushed and maybe even accident prone. So just be careful with that. Now, at the same time, Mercury will be entering your fourth house of home. So the next few weeks can bring about a time if you are moving. Maybe you sign a lease or mortgage payments and documents. Um, the only thing that I would say to be careful of is that as we get into the Venus retrograde, starting December 19th through the end of January, this could bring about problems and issues that you did not see at the beginning when you were trying to get this new place. So you may want to make sure you double check everything before signing on the dotted lease or dotted line. Now, a great time for the home will be around December 11th, and this could bring about an opportunity to relocate, renovate, or make changes around the home. Overall, the week is actually pretty productive and pretty active for you. You may also decide to purchase or replace a vehicle, computer, cell phone, or telephone. So it's a pretty active time for you. Just be careful not to uh, be careful if you do purchase a new vehicle with that Venus retrograde could create bigger problems down the road. Like try to avoid buying a lemon. I've even seen where people have bought a brand new car and ended up with the biggest problems even years later. And they purchased it during a Venus retrograde. So that's why I say sometimes you got to be careful about what you do during that time because it can create bigger problems down the road that you don't think would happen. So, but overall, the week will be pretty active for you. Scorpio. So, Mars is going to be actually entering your second house of earned income on December 13th. The next 7 weeks is a great time to make more money, build income, and even work hard for the money. You may change jobs or run into other opportunities that could bring you more money. You may want to be careful though, as you may not get paid properly. So there could be arguments over proper payment or proper payment of paychecks. Mercury enters your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors on the same day, December 13th. So you'll see an increase of emails, text messages, and phone calls. This is actually a great time to build more income, pursue more job opportunities. If you are looking to change jobs, this could bring about an opportunity to change jobs. Keep an eye around December 10th and 11th as it could bring about opportunities for a job change, job offer, or like I said, an opportunity to make more money. Sagittarius. So, Mars will be entering your own sign in house on December 13th. The next 7 weeks will bring a great time for you to be more active and more mobile. You'll actually find yourself being highly energized. So, this is a great time to take care of tasks and projects. Now, on the same day, Mercury enters your second house of earned income. So, the next few weeks can bring about a great time for you to make more money, build more financial security, stability that could build for you for the long term. Now, a great day for finances is December 11th. This could bring about a job offer or an opportunity to make more money. Overall, the week will be pretty productive and pretty active for you. Now, the only thing that I would say to be careful of is that when we start the Venus retrograde, starting December 19th through the end of January, Venus will be in your second house of earned income. There could be issues with finances and financial obligations. So, the only thing that I would say is you may want to be careful, especially about work, paychecks, how you make your money, or with the job that could bring about greater problems for you financially. I don't want to say that this will be a guarantee that that's going to happen. Just be aware that it can happen. Overall, financially, opportunities will be there for you. It's a pretty great active time for you to keep busy and keep active, and many great opportunities that will come for you. Capricorn. Mars enters your 12th house of secrets and solitude on December 13th. The next 7 weeks will be a great time for you to rest and relax and catch up on sleep. You may have to deal with health related issues by going to the doctor, or it could be that you are going to the doctor or a hospital to go visit someone, or to take someone to the hospital and to the doctor. This is also a great time to get rid of unhealthy habits and people from your life. It's a very productive time for you for solitude and a time where maybe you just want to keep to yourself. Now, Mercury enters your own sign and house on December 13th. So, the next few weeks is a great time to be active and mobile, but also a great time for you to see an increase of text messages, phone calls, and emails. Overall, the week is very active and very pleasant here for you. This is also a time for you to keep to yourself, seek solitude. This is actually even a great time. Let's say, for instance, if you're creating a project, um, writing a book, maybe writing some music, this is a great time where you will feel very active and productive. Sometimes, even having more solitude, more quietness helps you to get so much more done. So, this is actually going to be a great time, like I said, to be active and productive. But overall, the week is actually going to have a lot to look forward to. The only thing that I would say is that as we start the Venus retrograde, December 19th through the end of January, you may be finding yourself kind of keeping more to yourself, whether it's that you're seeking more solitude, or maybe this is a transitional time for you to take care of more about yourself, to reevaluate what has not been working out for you. And this could be a time of change, whether it's a time of change of to move on from someone, or maybe start a whole new job, new type of job, business, or maybe even a significant change even around the home. Aquarius. Mars enters your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations starting December 13th. The next 7 weeks will bring a very positive social time for you, and you may see an increase of invites um, with friends, or maybe you put together an event or party yourself. This is actually a very positive, productive time for you to build connections with family and friends. This could also be a time where you disconnect from friends. And it could also be that maybe you are at a point in your life where now you're learning that maybe some friends just aren't aren't that connected to you like they were before. Sometimes I tell some of my clients and some of my callers that there's nothing wrong in having some of these friends still around, but maybe now you're learning to create a boundary with them. So maybe let's say at one point you were telling them all your business and all your personal stuff, and now maybe you're learning certain things they'll know, other things they won't. Maybe they'll know about work, but they won't know about all your personal life stuff. So maybe setting those kinds of boundaries. There could be the possibility of ending a friendship, whether it's because you just don't get along with them anymore, don't connect, maybe over an argument. So things like that. Now, Mercury enters your 12th house of secrets and solitude on December 13th. So the next few weeks can bring a time where you're going to be having all these thoughts and ideas in your head. So I would highly suggest write them down so you are more organized. Now, a great positive financial day for you will be I want to say December 11th, but I would keep an eye anywhere from December 10th and December 11th. This could bring about financial opportunities and opportunities to build more money and more positive financial security for the long term. Pisces. So, what's going to be significant for you will be relating with your career when Mars enters your career house on December 13th. The next 7 weeks will bring a time for you to pursue maybe a promotion, advancement, or an opportunity to make more money. This could be maybe even pursuing a business venture or a business. It's a great time for interviews and meetings, and this could bring about great opportunities for the long term. Mercury does enter your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations on this same day, December 13th. So, the next few weeks, you may notice an increase of emails, text messages, and phone calls. It's a great time for communication and connecting with family and friends. But I think this is actually going to be a much stronger time for you in focusing on your career. Definitely keep an eye around December 11th because I feel this can be a really good time for you for your career and opportunities that could help you in building for the long term financially. Um, yes, overall, you're going to be pretty active and pretty productive and pretty social, but I kind of feel it's going to be a lot stronger with your career and building greater career opportunities. And as we get into the new year, it could be very, very positive for you in building stability and security for yourself there for the long term. So there's definitely going to be a lot to look forward to. We're going to be starting a Venus retrograde on December 19th through the end of January. So there could be some challenges there a little bit, depending what's going on. We'll discuss that here. I'll discuss it here next week. But right now, I would say there's definitely a lot to look forward to career wise, at least for the next few weeks. And I think it's going to be very positive there for you.